It's Friday. We're almost at the weekend. If you're like me, usually the days of the week don't make a difference because I work all the days. But I am doing some weekend things. What are you guys doing this weekend? If you know me at all, you know exactly what I'm doing this weekend. Tonight, I'm going to a rehearsal dinner. And then Saturday, I'm going to a wedding. And then Sunday, I'm going to a baby shower. But I didn't even have to just tell you guys that because if you know me, you know that all I do is work and watch my friends get married and have babies. If it's not one of those things, I'm not even fucking there. This is all I do. Work, watch babies pop out. Work, watch rings be put on it. Work, 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 work. I'm excited to see some of my friends tonight though and to celebrate some people's love. Are you in love? And I'm in a silly mood. I last night went to Halloween Horror Nights, and you're gonna be able to see that episode for the World Girls, youtube.com/the World Girls on the last Wednesday of the month for our IRL episode. Spoiler alert, we were Nober. First person to say what Nober means in the chat gets a big old hug from me. What's Nober mean? I'm gonna give you guys 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the answer is not one of you guys. No, Bruce Banner says sober. Nober is not sober. It's the same as drunk. It's the same. Yeah, there we go, Andrew. There we go, Curtis. Y'all know that's what it is. We were Nober. It was really a really incredibly fun night. There was something funny that took place though. Yesterday I actually was having a good day, but then I was in like a really weird sensitive mood, which doesn't happen to me very often. I'm usually very thick-skinned and takes a lot to like bother me. But for some reason I was just feeling sensitive yesterday. And I like got all paranoid and convinced myself that like there was something wrong and like I was annoying D and Steph and they didn't like me anymore or something. I don't even fucking know. I just got really sensitive and weird. And then I dropped it because sometimes you have to remember to know when you're being a little bitch. And I was being a little bitch. I was so like I don't know. And then I apologized to them and they're the greatest ever. And they were like, "No worries, you were fine." But as a life lesson to all of you guys, when you are not exercising, which I haven't been because I've been traveling, and you're not sleeping, which I haven't been because you guys know I have insomnia, and you're not taking care of yourself the way that you need to, and you're coming out of a 2-year-long pandemic, and you're solo dolo, and you've just got a lot of things going on in your life, sometimes you're not going to act right. And that happens to me sometimes. I honestly am usually pretty good about being good, but sometimes you just don't act right. And so, as a reminder to all of you guys, it's okay. We all have our moments. We all have our slip ups. And if you have one, don't be too proud to just fucking acknowledge it and apologize for it. And the real ones will accept it in an instance like they did. So then we had a great fucking shoot and it was awesome. And I'm just so lucky to have business partners like them and best friends like them. And Frank helped us with the whole shoot, which thank goodness, because he is a legend. So it's going to be a really good episode. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys in on the little insider information here live at the Roxy. And then I will tell you guys more about it, obviously, as we do our episode, which will come again last Wednesday of the month. But we do have other World Girl stuff that is happening. We've got on 10/10 is Cocktober, which we're incredibly excited for. We have a family relationship and body positivity and sexual health expert coming on the show. And she is awesome and has been really has a podcast and has been very active in the community. also is a licensed person, so got the degrees and stuff, so a lot more knowledgeable than we are. And not only is it Cocktober, which is what we're calling it, but it's World Mental Health Day, and your sex life and your vagina and your penis and your whatever it is that you got going on and your mental health there's a big correlation. So I'm excited about that episode, and that will be this Sunday night. And then on Wednesday, we are giving it's all the month of Darina. It's spooky season. Let's see. Oh, I think Wednesday's our AMA. Wednesday, I think we're doing, is our AMA. So we're excited for a spooky AMA, which will be exciting. So that's a little bit about what's going on over there. On this show today, though, we've got a few things to talk about. Number one, that 70s show is getting a spinoff on Netflix, that 90s show. Fascinating. Can't wait to discuss your guys' thoughts on this. Number two, I woke up this morning after Horror Nights last night. By the way, I finished Squid Game. So fucking good. But I went to Horror Nights last night, and then I was going to watch morning show because it's like one of my favorite shows that's on right now. But instead I watched it this morning. And that show is excellent. So I want to talk a little bit about that. And then I got this long article from Hollywood Reporter today about the possibility of Matthew McConaughey running for governor of Texas, which apparently for months he's been kind of hinting at. I just missed this, and I read this article, and I have so many questions, comments, concerns, and want to hear your guys' thoughts on all of that as well. Plus, please get in your Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider, your super chats, whatever you guys want to talk about. And then I don't think I've said this here on the show, but in case, maybe I did mention it. I know we've talked about it on World Girls. The tickets are not on sale yet. We'll tell you when they drop. It will be this month. But we are doing a live event for the World Girls the first Friday of December. That is Friday, December 3rd. It's going to be a happy hour event at Harvell's in Santa Monica. We're going to have special guests. We're going to be giving things a whirl. We're going to have different tiers of tickets. It's going to be a whole fucking shebang. We're very excited for it. A lot of you guys are already going to be out here for the Schmodown. For those of you guys who aren't already going to be out here for that, maybe you'll come in. For those of you guys who either can't come in or won't come in for whatever reason, no worries. We're going to be able to do a digital stream of some sort as well for you guys, because we're an inclusive group and we're trying to make sure everybody feels like a part of the world, friends, because that's the whole fucking point. Let's see what's going on in the Streamlabs and the Super Chat and get to some of the stuff that we have to talk about. And then I got to get out of here because I got to get ready. Got to beat the face so that I can go to the rehearsal. The rehearsal starts at 4. So early. Mormoth Haunt says, can't watch Roxy live in public without headphones. We'll watch later. Yeah, Roxy's not one of those watch in public without headphones kind of gals. That's just the truth. But thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. As I've told you guys, support in your guys' hearts has been amazing. But support in the wallet recently has been very much so lacking. We're making about 1/10 of what we used to make on this show. It's been a hard pill to swallow, but I love you guys all the same, and I'm trying to be here as often as I can during this time, at least as long as I can. You guys know I'm pushing through best that I am able in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Let's see what's going on in here. Looks like today, the first one coming in from the Zen one himself, Zen Glenn Caesar, says, hello, Roxy. Great job on Only Stupid Answers with DJ and Jason. Yeah, on Only Stupid Answers this morning, we had DJ Woldridge, obviously, it's his show, and Jason Inman, who I hadn't talked to in a while, and Jason's awesome. We talked about James Bond for a while, which I didn't see No Time to Die, and I also have only ever seen one James Bond movie. And they asked me a question that I thought was interesting about what it would take for me to watch James Bond movies. And the answer is kind of like, I would watch them anytime they were on. I don't know why. I just haven't watched any of them, but I don't know what would like drive me to the theater. Thanks for choosing to hang out with us today. Hope you're well. Peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to you, Skyjet, your dad, Grammy, Pop-Bone. Be most excellent to yourselves and each other, RJ and Rockstars. You deserve it. Roxy and Rockstars and everyone who's battling, thank you for doing so and showing up and being supportive of the people around you whenever, however you can. Doing all that stuff, even when it's tough and the challenge, makes you a winner. When you win, we all win. Speaking of being supportive, thank you for that reminder, Glenn. There is... Oh my God, the guy that trolls me. Wow, Danny has so much time on his hands. It's kind of impressive. The guy that trolls me on the World Girls and is all like sexist and anti-Semitic and stuff over there is over on this show right now. And he said, how many pounds of makeup does it take for this old lady to look 42? And it's just so funny because you guys all know I don't wear makeup on this show. So his insults get worse and worse. I guess that will be the last time I acknowledge him on today's show. So Jake, you can officially block him because his insults used to be better, and now that they're weak, it's just weak sauce. So bye, Denny. Sorry, we gave you a shot. You asked if you stopped being a troll, if you could stay, and we said yes, and then you kept trolling. So it's just incredible. Bing Sweet says, OMG, that's what I always say. I want the time the trolls have on their hands. How do they do it? Where do they find the time? Incredible. I don't know. Jake says, I've blocked at least 40 multiple accounts that I've made. Shut up, Jake. Oh my God, he just keeps making accounts. It kind of takes a long time to make accounts. He must like kind of love me. You don't spend that much time on somebody that you're not like kind of in love with. I'm not trying to be a dick and like not trying to be full of myself, but it kind of feels to me like he's in love with me. It's okay. You could just say it. You could say it. You know, something, let me toot my own horn for a second. I've had people leave me in my life, friendship, boyfriends, all of that. And I do feel bad for them because I've never had somebody leave me and not try to come back. Again, boyfriend, friendship, whatever it is. And one of the things that I hear from them is just that the kind of love that I give is so all-consuming. Like I love with my full heart. And when I love somebody, friend, boyfriend, family member, whatever, there's not a single thing on the planet I don't do for them or wouldn't give to them. And this is why, you know, I go to all these weddings and I show up for everything I can for everyone, because I do have a lot of friends, a lot of people in my life, but I try really hard to make them all feel like the only person on the planet. And so something I feel really proud of myself for, that I hope that I try to make everybody that I am with or friends with or you guys feel special, because you are. And the world keeps trying to make us feel like we're not. And so I think that people have a really hard time moving on from my love because it is just like so intense and all consuming as a friend, coworker, anything. So long story short, to any of the trolls, I get it. It's hard to leave me because everybody thinks they don't need me. And then once the trolls leave, they're like, fuck, how are we not gonna, you know, it's rocks. So honestly, I'd troll me too. Okay, let's move the fuck on. But actually, before I move back to Glenn's messages, what I was saying with the support is that I am so floored by the amount of you guys who have supported me for the National Brain Tumor Society 5K that I'm doing as part of my sister's team. And we have raised over $4,000 so far. Our goal is 5,000. We are so close and it's been awesome. So thank you to you guys who, you guys know, I've given the spiel. You know what it means to me. And it's just so thoughtful and considerate and generous and supportive and every second and every cent. Some of you guys have given $1, which is amazing. Some of you guys have given $10. Some of you guys have given $100. It's just wild what you guys have done for that walk. And my sister's so happy too, because there's not a lot of times that I can use my, like in her life for what she does. She doesn't live in LA. She lives in Boston. She doesn't give a flying fuck that I have followers. There's not a lot of times I can use my followers and use my supporters for good in her eyes. And this is a direct time where it's like, because I can get the message out there, we have raised more money and it's just awesome. So I'm stoked to be doing this 5K, which is in a week and a couple of days. It's in 9 days, so a week and 2 days. And the only reason we were able to do this and raise the money that we are so far is because of the rock stars. So thank you guys so much. Marjo says 5K is a lot, but also so realistic. Love all the work being put in. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. But I did find out something that's a bummer, guys. I did find out something that's a big bummer. None of y'all will care about this, But for me, my sister and I, it was a big bummer. Remember I told you guys that at 5K, we got a box of confetti. There was a caveat. She texted me this morning. I told you also that we, with the trauma or drama in our life, we always deal with it with humor. And so, of course, it's not about the fucking box of confetti. It's about raising money for the disease that killed our mom. But because we deal with things with humor, we attached ourselves to the box of confetti, and we were so excited for the box of confetti. It's called the Team Spirit Kit. And if you raise the $5,000, you get the Spirit Kit. And it comes with balloons and a team banner and National Brain Tumor Society tattoos and confetti and goodies. It's just like a swag box from the National Brain Tumor Society that we want so bad. So we were stoked about this $5,000 goal. And then we read in the fine print today, and it says all teams that collectively raise $5,000 or more by September 24th will be mailed the Team Spirit Kit for use during their personal celebration. So we missed the fucking qualification. I think we're going to hit the 5,000, but it was by September 24th for the swag box. We were like, no. She literally sent me all capital letters. No, we missed the deadline. But she did send me this as a consolation prize. She said, but looks like you get this fly hoodie. And because I, on my personal page, as part of the team, raised probably I'm going to raise between 2,500 more than 2,500. I earn a half zip, a long sleeve hoodie from the National Brain Tumor Society. So I'm pretty stoked about that. We also found out that any individual who raised $1,000 or more by September 30th gets a lawn sign. We missed that too. So, it's still super worth it, but how are we going to live without the confetti swag box? How are we going to live? Just Jake says I'm at 2,342 on your page. And yeah, as part of the team, I think we're at 4K. You can let me know, Jake. But yeah, if I raise 15, if I raise $158 more on mine, then I get the half zip. And I've got 9 days to do it. So, and I'm also going to donate my personal funds as well. I think I'm going to give like $100. So, but I give a lot of money to the National Brain Tumor Society every year. It's where like all my money goes. Roxy, why can't you pay rent this month? Because brain cancer, we've got to solve it. Sometimes I'm like, get your priorities straight. And then I'm like, but my priorities really are straight. I'm only on this planet for a short amount of time. Brain cancer's been here for a lot longer than me. We've got to figure this shit out. Anyway, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. Thanks for showing up and giving your support, guys. Glenn also said, being unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers, whether it's on the internet or not, as well as being kind, caring, and fully unique, makes you humane, worthy, and a cozy fire to be near. You're marvelous, a priceless treasure, and an inspiration. And I hope that you each continue breathing in the golden sparkles, breathing in love, and blowing out stress and yucky energy with every inhale and exhale to break apart and remove all the types of energetic blockages so you attain balance and get to experience happiness and joy a day. May you find never-ending fountain of happiness and joy and get to drink from it wherever you can. I did a meditation, golden sparkles. See, it's kind of like confetti earlier, and I was able to breathe in and help completely coat my brain, body, and golden sparkles of love. And now I got to breathe out though. And it really helped with the cerebral palsy symptoms. That's awesome. I felt the energies moving throughout my body, shoulders, spine, hips, calves, ankles, head. Super relaxing and healing. Removed lots of tension. Thanks for breathing and imagining golden sparkles with me, RJ and Rockstar. Thank you, Glenn. Lloyd Nance in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar says, hi, Roxy. Happy Friday. Hi, Lloyd. Happy Friday. You're the best, Lloyd. Lloyd, my sister told me you joined the team. Lloyd gave big support and not only gave support, but joined the team. Does that mean that you're going to be doing the 5K? She saw that and I was like, I don't know if he meant to join the team, but he's here now. And I know he meant to give support because he always gives support because he's a fucking G. Ain't that some shit? How do we just get you some confetti, says Christian Hardesty. You don't know. It's more than just the confetti. It's like a whole, I told you, it's a whole swag box. And it wasn't going to come here. I was going to go to my sister's because she's the team organizer, but I was going to FaceTime with her and use the swag box. We were just excited about it. It's the little things in life. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, Brendan Marr says, this might be rather forward of me, but I would ask you out if I lived closer. You deserve all the love the world has to offer. Thank you, Brennan. It's very sweet. I appreciate it. Glenn Caesar says, just to reiterate, peace, bunnies, hugs, fuck yeah news, cheers and good stuff to you, Roxy, your dad, Sky, Jack, Grammy, Papa, the Rockstars, and the rest of the Found family. RJ, enjoy your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thank you, Roxy. You the fucking best. Thanks, Glenn. Pink Sweets in the house. What's up, Pink Sweets? My dude. Pink Sweet says, hi, OMG, long time, no talk. I love you, Pink Sweets. I just have no questions lately. Laugh my ass off. How was Horror Nights? I'm going to Cali late October, so I'm excited for that. Have you decided on a Halloween costume? Hope y'all do share, because I think you look so much like her. Okay, bye, Pink Sweets. Is the nicest thing that anybody ever said to me. I have not figured out what I'm doing for Halloween yet. I am toying with doing some kind of Britney costume. Everything's expensive. And I'm telling you guys, I have not paid for a Halloween costume in like a decade, because I just started thinking that it was just such a waste, not a waste of money if it brings people happiness, but like I just have so many different costume pieces from college or whatever that I have like ears and stuff that I'm like, okay, whatever. I just want to dress up as this, but I miss being able to dress up as what I want to dress up as. And I want to do some kind of a Britney costume, I think. It's free Britney. I just love her so much. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking right now. Horror Nights was really great. It was great. And I can't wait to show you guys the video. We had so much fun. We had Shoutouts on Shoutouts, aka shots. We got some that we didn't know that Harry Potter land world, whatever, was going to be open. So we did a ton of rides to all of the mazes. Dee hooked us up. This girl, Lindsay from Universal, gave us these 4 front of the line passes. So we didn't wait in any fucking lines. It was so awesome. It was the exact opposite of the Six Flags experience, which was also great, but in the heat in the daytime and we had to wait forever. This was the opposite of that. So it was just really phenomenal. Thank you for asking, my dear. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, I mean, yeah, Roxy, your love is all consuming. You did say on your 29th birthday live stream that you would pluck your own eyelashes out and feed them to any of my enemies and hope that they would choke on them. Laugh my ass off. I don't think anyone said that before. That sounds like me, Glenn. That sounds like me. Sometimes I'm fucking weird. Leonard Kim in the Streamlab says, happy Friday, Dimple Tits, Roxy. How are you doing? I wish you and Sky the best, and I hope that you're able to raise a ton of money for brain tumor research. Thank you for your support, by the way, Leonard. Damn, sounds like you're busy, but that's not necessarily all bad. The hair looks gorgeous. Thank you. The rehearsal tonight is casual, is what the attire said. So I texted my girlfriend. I was like, does that mean I can wear jeans? And she was like, no. I'm like, well, what's casual? That's not jeans. She said I should wear my leather pants, which I like, but I just wore them for the rehearsal dinner last weekend, and I don't know. It was all different people, but still, yeah, that wasn't relevant to any of you guys but me. Just went off on a little tangent. Send in questions, comments, concerns, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, super chat in as we talk a little bit about that 90s show. Who in here by show bunnies watched that 70s show? Well, I never watched it door to door. Well, I never watched it all the way through every episode in sequential order. I have seen, I feel like, every episode at some point. I love this show. I think it's really funny. I think that it brought us a lot of great characters, great actors, and just was a light, pot smoking, fun, cool devices show. So I like it a lot. Steve Cauldron, Jake Yacovetta, Juan Mendez, Christian Hardesty. Okay, y'all watched. So JJ says, watched it way too many times. Totally feel that. John Bainbridge, Simply Emily. It's a really fun show. And it definitely, most of it holds up. Love the Foremans. I like both the generations on the show, the parent generation and the kid generation. It was just a great, easy, nice to watch show. And I had heard about this possibly coming down the pipeline at some point. It's not too crazy to think that there would be that's in any decade show, 50s, 60s, 80s, 90s. There was that 80s show that took place, but I don't even remember what happened with it. I think it was like gone in a second. And so now we know that they're doing That's 90s, and it's going to be coming to Netflix. I think the 90s actually bodes very well for this, because the 90s is such a, Redford Reddington, Danny Masterson does taint the show now. I agree, but it doesn't take away from all the other things that everybody else does, but it is kind of hard to watch at times because of that. Same thing with American Beauty is one of my favorite movies. There's just so many things that are challenging to watch now. But anyway, I think the 90s would be good for this, because the 90s are such a distinct time period. Unlike the 70s and the 80s, fashion kind of blurring together a little bit at times, or music kind of blurring together at little times, I feel like the 90s were such a moment in time. And from the fashion to what was legal and what was not, but what was acceptable and what was not, to still being pre all the technology that we have now, but having some technology and computers, and there's just a lot of things that I feel like the 90s will work well for. But I don't know. And then to borrow the name That's So 90s, it makes sense that they would want to do that to try to attach themselves to the success of that 70s show. I mean, that 90s show, and that I just call it That's So 90s, like That's So Raven. I think it makes sense for them to be doing all this, but I am curious if it's going to be any good, because there is a big possibility that this could totally fucking suck. And that's just the truth. Shout out, by the way, to James. Jimmy Nails, is that you with the support for the National Brain Tumor Society? Let me know if that was you. Much love to you, my friend. I think that this will be good, but I really don't know. And I'm curious your guys' thoughts. And also, let's take a look at what it was that the press release said today. I saw it on Twitter trending, and then I read the Hollywood Reporter article on it, because THR is where I get most of my information. And here's what THR had to say. Netflix is spinning off the Fox sitcom That 70s Show. The new comedy is titled That 90s Show, and the original series creators Bonnie and Terry Turner are back on board. On the cast front, only Kurtwood Smith, Red Foreman, and Deborah Jo Rupp, Kitty Foreman, have signed on to reprise their roles. So that's interesting, and we don't know in what way they're reprising the roles. But producers are hopeful that other familiar names will join in guest appearances. Here's the official description. Hello, Wisconsin. It's 1995, and Leah Foreman, daughter of Eric and Donna, is visiting her grandparents for the summer, where she bonds with a new generation of Point Place kids under the watchful eye of Kitty and the stern glare of Red. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll never dies. It just changes clothes. It's a really cute description. I like that a lot. I do like the connection. I think that a lot of shows have done this before with Girl Meets World, or any of the shows that have taken the kid and made, I think not Judge Judy. There's another show that's doing this right now, where you're taking the kid of the person. I think that's a smart way to do it. I think that it makes sense. I think will be a fun time period. I like that she's visiting her grandparents. I'm curious who else is going to be on this. Are we going to see Topher Grace or Mila Kunis or Ashton Kutcher or Laura Prepon or Wilmer Valderrama or any of the OG cast? Who's going to be in this? Who do you guys want to see? Obviously, this would be fun to see Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis together as they are together, and then to see them on screen again, I think would be adorable. So just curious, all of your guys' thoughts. Do you want this to be a long-running show? Do you just want this to be one season? Do you want to do this every decade? How are you feeling? And more. Alexander Wilson in the super chat says, speaking of the 90s, what's the highest selling hip-hop album in the 90s? I don't know. Will somebody Google it? That's not like an opinion question. There's definitely an answer to the highest selling. Somebody let us know. Streamlabs in your questions, comments, concerns, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. John Lastrina in the Streamlabs says, wait a minute, that 90s show? Didn't they already do that 80s show, which was terrible? Cool. Yeah, for some reason, I feel like the 90s show is a better chance of working out. But that could just be me being hopeful, wishful thinking. Matt says it says they'll all make guest appearances. We'll see what that means, though. Multiple episodes, popping in as a quick cameo. We're just seeing them as a flashback, you know. I guess, and probably say Snoop or Dr. Dre's albums. Third, did you look it up, or is that right? Continuity with the 70s people that could work, but 90s humor, will it fly with today's culture? Brian McLean, I don't know. Brad Gilmore says, went diamond. Brad Gilmore, Life After Death by Biggie for sure. Is that true? That makes sense. Hi, Brad. Miss you. We were talking about you yesterday with the World Girls when we were doing our horror night shoot. Brad retweeted something of ours, and we think Brad's very supportive, so we appreciate him. We would appreciate him even if he wasn't, but he is. It's challenging when your friends are all in the space because they're all promoting their own stuff and they're all tweeting about their own stuff. And so it's a real one when somebody else is like tweeting out your episodes or whatever. So anyway, we see you, Brad. As Jake says, you're the boat for sure. Christian says the boat is here. Dope. Yeah. But it's so sad because like Brad and I are the homies, but Brad and Steph do a show together every week. So all of a sudden I get life updates on Brad from Steph. Just sad. Sad for your girl, Rox. Brad's doing well though. So that makes me happy. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about that 70s show getting the spinoff. If you guys have questions, comments, concerns, think this is going to be good. Speaking of good shows, I do want to give a quick shout out to the morning show. It's bizarre because it's sometimes when I'm watching this, I feel like, should I just be watching the news? Because this is breaking down, this is rehashing Me Too situations and COVID and the shutdown and quarantine and lockdown and everything and BLM protests. And they're going into a lot of different things that we just lived through and are continuing to live through every day. So I'm like, should I just turn off the fucking show and put on the news? But it's so well written and it's so well performed and it's so good that I don't want to fucking watch the news. I want to watch the morning show. Oh gosh, if you're not watching this show, I can't get off Apple TV's dick right now. I don't know what happened. I wasn't watching shit on Apple TV. And then between Ted Lasso, The Morning Show, Schmigadoon, Mythic Quest, I just fucking can't stop. Apple TV, I'm like running train on Apple TV shows right now. I just love Apple TV Plus. It's like they're paying me, but they're fucking not. Maybe they should be. Hit me up if you're an Apple TV Plus exec. I actually don't even know what it's called. Is it called Apple TV? Because I know my Apple TV is called Apple TV. Is it called Apple TV Plus? Like Disney Plus? I don't even know what the fucking thing is called that I love. And also, I don't even know how I have it. Have I told you guys about this? I started watching my shows on Apple TV Plus. I don't even know how I have Apple TV Plus. I never paid for it. I just go to the site and the shows are on there. I don't know whether it's because I bought this computer 3 years ago, if it came with that. I know that I got sent an Apple TV, but it said that I already had Apple TV Plus or whatever the fuck it's called. I can't recommend it enough though, but it's hard. I don't think I'm paying for it. I checked my credit card statement. I don't know how I'm getting it. And I'm not bootlegging it. I don't think. It's called Apple TV Plus. Yeah, bizarre. Bizarre. But I'm really liking it. I'm really liking the morning show. I think you might have a free year. Jamal, I'm really not looking forward to the day that the freeness goes away. I love everything free. I feel like an entitled brat sometimes because when things go from being free to me having to pay for them, I'm like, what's wrong with this fucking product? And it's like, Roxy, how do you expect them to make money? You have to pay for it at some point. But I'm like, YouTube's free. Everything should be free. G. Smith says, don't tell them Apple forgot to charge you. I don't think so. But maybe. And at this point, I have to buy a new Apple product every fucking year or 2 years anyway. So if it always comes with Apple TV Plus, then maybe I'll never even fucking end up paying for it. Fuck. That's what I sound like. Grammy never cares that I swear, but she's been listening to the show and she's just like, why is your mouth getting worse? I'm like, probably because I'm very alone, Grammy. And what happens when you're alone? You curse a lot more. Just let me live. It happens. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Get in your questions, comments, concerns. Let's talk about Matthew McConaughey. So I got this Hollywood Reporter article today that I was like, what? What is happening with Matthew McConaughey? I didn't know this, didn't see this. Apparently it's been happening for months, and I've been living under some rock somewhere, which makes sense. Sometimes we just miss something. And it was called Matthew McConaughey's Big Risk and Opportunity if he runs for Texas governor. So I clicked on it. Didn't even know this was on the table. Does Texas Governor Matthew McConaughey sound all right? All right, all right. The Oscar winner has been openly flirting for months with the prospect of entering what could be a pivotal race in 2022 to lead the country's second most populous state at a time when the traditionally deep red territory is increasingly edging towards purple. Love to see it. Love to see him move from red to purple. We go from red to purple to blue. We're going to fucking make it all the way there. You don't even know. But is McConaughey serious? And if he is, what are the chances he'd actually defeat Republican incumbent Greg Abbott? I think that anytime you're a celebrity, there's a chance. A la Schwarzenegger or Trump. For better or worse. Usually worse. Sources tell Hollywood Reporter that the actor hasn't been fundraising or gathering a political staff aside from a few exploratory phone calls, which isn't to say he couldn't declare his candidacy anyway and then figure out the details later. But right now, there doesn't appear to be behind the scenes movement in that direction. Texas political insiders are likewise skeptical the 51-year-old Texas native will ultimately leap into the fray, yet are by and large bullish about his prospects if he does, particularly when compared to another potential as yet undeclared candidate, Beto O'Rourke. Is that how you say his name? The former congressman who narrowly lost a Senate bid to incumbent Ted Cruz in 2018 has recently emerged as the only prospective serious challenger to Abbott. A July survey by the University of Texas Tyler suggested 44% of Texans would vote for McConaughey in a hypothetical election versus just 35% who would vote for Abbott, with 54% believing the state was on the wrong track when Abbott is paired against O'Rourke. The outcome reverses, with the governor garnering 42% and O'Rourke getting 37%. The actor could have other advantages too, such as ability to potentially raise a massive war chest and dominate media interest totally. I mean, he would be nonstop in the media. He would be able to raise so much money for this. Texas includes 20 different media markets, second only to California in number, which makes it a highly difficult state for a typical campaign. You either need money or earned media, the ability to get coverage no matter what, says Mark P. Jones, a professor of political science at Rice University in Houston. If McConaughey goes to Tyler, he'll get coverage. We're also a no limit in terms of fundraising state, which is so crazy. So if a Hollywood backer wants to write him $1 million check, they can. I just don't see a world in which he runs and loses. But I do feel like if he runs, it wouldn't necessarily be good for his career. I don't know how he would be as governor because I don't even know much about his political stances. But I do feel like there's no way you become a politician and your movies get more liked or more loved. It's just too polarizing of a time. What do you guys think? Would you want to see him run for office? If he did run for office, do you think he would win? Does anybody live in Texas? If you do, would you vote for Matthew McConaughey? Let me know. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Leonard Kim says, love to hear it, Roxy. People have been sleeping on Apple TV Plus, and it's starting to get the respect it deserves. There's a plethora of other shows you have to check out. Random question. What's on your current playlist? My guess is a bunch of Alanis. So, have I read you guys my Women Get It playlist? This has been a big one for me recently. I'll give you guys a Women Get It playlist. Love this playlist. Alanis is on here, but okay, let's go to, I make new playlists all the time. Tell me if I already read this one to you, because I know I've read you guys a couple of my playlists in the past. Women Get It, Strong Enough, Sheryl Crow, Believe by Cher, Ironic, Alanis Morissette, Torn, Natalie Imbruglia, Because the Night by Patti Smith Group, Bitch, Meredith Brooks, That Don't Impress Me Much, Shania Twain, Why Can't I, Liz Phair, Where Have All the Cowboys Gone, Paula Cole, Building a Mystery, Sarah McLachlan, Stay, Lisa Loeb, I'm With You, Avril Lavigne, and My Love Is Your Love, Whitney Houston. If you don't like that 13-song banger of a playlist, I don't know that you're supposed to be my friend. Like, come on. If that didn't sound like straight fire to you, if you're not going to download every one of those songs, are you really a rock star? These are the questions. We are going to get out of here relatively soon. And by that, I mean the next couple minutes. So send in any last minute Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Couple of things before we do. Again, thank you for your support for the National Brain Tumor Society. If you don't know what I'm talking about, click on the link in my Instagram bio, or I'm sure Jake will put it in here as well. Also, Live at the Roxy back on Sunday, and World Girl Sunday for Cocktober, where we're going to be talking about all things relationships, sex, mental health, cock-a-doodle-doo. And then Monday, everything's back to its regular scheduled programming. I do my St. Louis show in the morning, then Live at the Roxy in the afternoon, and then Tuesday, SEN, Wednesday, Live at the Roxy and World Girls, Thursday, Live at the Roxy, Friday, Only Stupid Answers, and Live at the Roxy. And you know the deal. Let's go back into the Streamlabs before we get out of here. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, coming through from Glenn Caesar, who says, may you each get to smile and laugh out loud like a child at least once a day, today and every single day for the rest of your life, so you can glow in your flow and radiate, because your portrait story of life is important, deserves to be seen and heard. And may you breathe in more gold sparkles of love as you inhale and blow out the stress and yucky energy whenever, wherever you need to in each of your days, your weeks, your months, even your years. Remember, we're all still alive, so be you, a sparkling diamond. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you. Glenn's the best. And so are all of you guys. Thank you, Glenn Caesar, Leonard Kim, John Lestrina, Pink Sweets, Brennan Marr, Boyd Nance, for your support in the Streamlabs today. It means the world to me. You guys are great. Thank you for being here. Glenn saying really to what? What are we saying really to? All right. Stay safe, my friends. Take care. Put down the toilet seat and lid. We don't want those buffoons. Don't trend with the Holocaust. Brett Miles, Jonathan, the rest of the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. All three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Let's say that one more time, because I feel like we've been not giving that the attention that it deserves, and it's still a fucking thing. Brett Miles, Jonathan, the rest of the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. Can't believe that's still something we have to say. Make your bed. I hope you have. If you haven't, go do it now. And I will see you guys on Saturday for Live at the Roxy. Nope, Sunday. Saturday I'll be at the wedding. Later.